But Ohio was not where I expected this to happen. We look forward to sharing with you hiking Conkle's Hollow Preserve and what to do to make sure you can keep hiking as a family. Let's get started. Let's first talk about the location of Conkle's Hollow, and we promise to share how this hike almost ended our hiking together. Conkle's Hollow Nature Preserve is in the Hocking Hills region of southeast Ohio, about 40 minutes from Columbus, Ohio, but technically it is not part of Hocking Hills State Park. It is actually a nature preserve in existence to preserve the wildlife, plants, and other nature stuff. This is why dogs are not allowed. The Gorge Trail and Rim Trail are there to share the preservation efforts with the public, where the state parks are more geared towards human recreation. The preserve is open year-round, and it is open to the public half hour before sunrise and closed a half hour after sunset. The hollow is named for W.J. Conkle, who scribed his name and the year 1797 into the sandstone within the gorge. Stay until the end for more general tips to help you enjoy your time at Conkle's Hollow. So why is this hike rated one of the top 5 in the Hocking Hills area? Conkle's Hollow actually has 2 trails, the Gorge Trail and the Rim Trail. Conkle's Hollow was made over time by erosion, and the water running through the gorge is continuing to create the hollow deeper. Made of Black Hand Sandstone, the gorge in some places is only 100 feet wide, and the walls can rise as much as 200 feet above the gorge floor. Black Hand Sandstone is only visible in Ohio, and the material that forms the sandstone likely came from the Appalachian Mountains to the east. Here in the gorge, you can see the rock elevations up close and at a distance. Along the rock, you will see a variety of plants and trees. As you walk, you will be amazed at the ferns and flowers and moss below, while also admiring the birch, hemlock, and other trees towering above. These views are just the beginning. Just wait until you see what is at the end of the Gorge Trail. But first, let's discuss what gear you should take. Hikes in the Hocking Hills area are day hikes and need reasonable gear. For any hiking over 1 mile, make sure you have good, closed-toed shoes with good traction. We wear hiking shoes, and I like the Merrell Moab 2. We use trekking poles for the rim hike, and we were happy to have the additional balance and support. We day hike with the Teton Sports Oasis backpack, but did not take our water bladder. Instead, we took water bottles, which are easier to clean. Don't forget to dress for the weather and dress in layers. It rained a lot, so we packed rain jackets. Read the description while you watch for important links for this hike and the gear we recommend. Now, let's talk about the Gorge Trail, and later we'll discuss what to put in your backpack. As we mentioned before, the preserve has 2 hikes. The Gorge Trail is the easier and shorter of the 2. If you only have time for one, we recommend this hike. The Gorge Trail takes a half hour to complete. 90% of the 1.5 mile round trip trail is paved and wheelchair accessible. This is a great hike for strollers too. But if you are like us, you will wonder why this trail is a top 5 and why you shouldn't turn around halfway. The trail crosses the stream a few times with bridges. One wooden bridge is slippery when wet, so walk carefully over that one. At the end of the accessible trail is an unimproved hike that takes you to a waterfall that eroded the gorge and a beautiful horseshoe hollow, with the waterfall and pool as its centerpiece. The waterfall in Conkle's Hollow falls at a height of 25 feet. Although not viewable from the paved trail, this part of the hike is the most amazing and surprising. Here, take in the panoramic views, but also look closely. You may see fish in the pool and other small treasures. Now that you've made it to the end of the trail, on the way back to the parking lot, notice the rock ledges rising from the bottom of the gorge. Most of what you see while hiking the gorge is not visible from the rim due to the dense forest. Keep this in mind as you begin your hike up to the rim. Let's pause for a dad joke. Have you heard the joke about the skunk and the hiking trip? Never mind. It really stinks. Joke books make great gifts. We'll put a couple affiliate links in our description if you need a gift idea. As we turn to the rim trail, one thing to mention are the maps throughout the Hocking Hills area. Trail maps are located throughout the parks and do a nice job of helping you know where you are, how far you've been, and how far you have to go. Waypoints are marked with letters, and maps are generally available at trail intersections. Before we get to a parent's biggest fear, let's discuss what to put into your backpack and the one item most people forget. We first pack water and a first aid kit, but we actually packed 2 first aid kits. We've been caught on the trail without one, and it didn't go well. We always pack snacks on our hike too, including granola bars, trail mix, and other salty snacks. But we found a lot of places where a picnic lunch on the trail would be even better. Don't forget to pack a little motivation too. We like gummy worms and fruit slices for a sinful treat. To help you keep the right path, make sure you take your phone, maps, and a compass. Most casual hikers don't think to pack a good rope. Good planning and taking safe routes will prevent the need for a rope, but we've been on many trails where a rescue with a rope could be required. Now for the part all moms will struggle with. The Rim Trail is a 2.1-mile loop that has almost 400 feet of elevation gain. Most of the elevation is at the beginning and end of the trail. Here at the trailhead, there are steps to ascend to the rim. During 2020, Ohio State Parks made most trails one way. This decision is still intact today and hopefully will continue on for the future. We see this rule increases safety and improves the experience of hiking on the parks and preserves. The stairs are the first measure of difficulty to the Rim Trail. At the top of the hike generally levels out, but the focus changes to a trail surface of roots and uneven rocks. Wetter, icy conditions will make the trail more difficult. But now you are on the rim edge and standing upwards of 200 feet from the gorge floor. If you want mom to have an instant anxiety attack, let your brood free range on the rim. I did, and let's just say we had some crucial conversations about a half mile into the trail. The edge of the rim is unlevel ground. In many places, the trail width on the rim is only 3 to 4 feet. So in order to stay on the trail, you need to walk between trees and the rim edge. And this is a preserve, so poison ivy appears throughout the trail. So why are we spending so much time talking about the risk of the Rim Trail? And why does the trail ignite our parental survival instincts? Every year, 1 to 2 people die hiking in the Hocking Hills area. Recently, a hiker, 45 years old, fell 60 feet to his death on the Conkle's Hollow Rim Trail. This was an adult. We'd love to hear from you. Share in the comments what hikes have made you worry for your family's safety. Before we continue with the Rim Trail, we have a couple more tips to make your time in Conkle's Hollow the best it can be. There is a link in the description to Conkle's Hollow website for you to reference with good content and to keep you updated right before your hike. We notice the parking lot will fill up quickly on the weekends. If you can, plan your trip to happen on a weekday. It will make for a better experience. Also, the only bathrooms are at the front of the parking lot near the preserve entrance. Make sure to use the bathroom before your hike. You will find the Gorge Trail is awesome, but hiking the Gorge Trail will lead you to want to tackle the Rim Trail too. Many families every year hike the Rim Trail, and you can too. It's a great hike. Just take it slow and safe. There is a picnic area at the parking lot and a big field, so make a day of it by bringing a soccer ball or football and a lunch. The preserve has a lot of shade so you can get out of the heat of summer. To do your part when hiking in the preserve, hike only on designated trails to allow the plants along the trail to live and grow. Now back to the Rim Trail. The trail adds to the Gorge Trail by giving you a view of the preserve from above. There are many overlooks where you can see down into the gorge and across the gorge and further. These really give you different perspective. We were surprised to notice that you really can't see down into the gorge very far. There are things you see from the rim you can't see from the gorge. We noticed a few sources of water from the rim and only one source of water from the Gorge Trail. Looking across the gorge, you can see the Rim Trail on the other side in some places. These views help you witness how tall the forest is and overall height of the preserve. The Rim Trail is a great hike if you have the time and your brood can hike safely. If you are starting your planning for Hocking Hills, Conkle's Hollow is in the top 5 of best locations hikes in the area. Our favorites in the popular trails include Old Man's Cave, Cedar Falls, Rock House, and Cantwell Cliffs. These are all short hikes of moderate difficulty, including stairs, unlevel stone, and wood steps, rocks, and roots, and views of Black Hand Sandstone, waterfalls, trees, plants, wildlife, and spectacular views. To continue learning about Hocking Hills, watch this video next.